Alrighty guys, welcome. I'm going to be making, well you're going to see it now, I'm making a SCP Secret Laboratory tutorial for new players and maybe even some people that put quite a few hours into this game, where I'm going to just be showing you how to play the game, some tips, tricks, all that kind of stuff. But mostly it's going to be directed towards newer players, and I'm just going to show you like where all the key cards are and just help you understand the game a bit more, because maybe some tutorials are outdated and all that kind of stuff. So I just want to give some people a hand in understanding the game. So yeah, but the first thing we're going to go over is that when you play SCP Secret Laboratory, I would highly recommend you turn off the Steam overlay. So to do this, you find SCP Secret Laboratory, you right click it, you hit properties, and you should see a check here like this. Just click on it to get rid of the check, close, and make sure you don't have the game running, because if you have the game running and you do this, it's not going to save. So make sure you do this before you launch the game. That way when you hit shift and tab, see? Well, actually you don't see it. Hold on a second. Okay, like I was saying, when you hit shift and tab in game, it's not going to open up the Steam overlay, because shift and tab are two very important buttons when playing this game. Now I'm going to start the match, and I'm going to just show you the basic controls and everything, so let's get right to it. Okay, so there are 5 roles in this game. 5? Wait, hold on, my password. No one will ever guess the password. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, no, actually 6 roles. Not including all the different SCPs and different MTF things. But yeah, there's 6 roles in this game. The first one I'm going to show you is the D-Boy. This is like the most common role usually. Pretty much, you start with nothing. And to open up your inventory, you hit tab. But like I said, you start with nothing. So you're pretty much have to run around the facility. Oh, hold on.
Attention, all personnel. The light containment zone decontamination process will occur in T-minus 15 minutes.
Very important announcement.
All biological substances must be removed in order to avoid destruction.
Yeah, okay, that's nice. Okay, anyway, like I was saying, basically your controls are tab to open up your inventory. You move with the W, S, A, and D key. You hold down shift to run. And I think the default key for crouch is C, but I changed it to control because it's easier for me. And pretty much you hit space to jump, and whenever you want to interact with an item, such as picking up a, I don't know, key card, opening a door, you hit E. So yes, pretty much when you're a D-Boy, you're going to start like around here in one of these cells, and pretty much you have to run around the whole facility, opening doors and trying to find rooms that have a key card. Now I'm gonna now pretty much the map is always randomly generated, so it's never gonna have the same layout. And I'm just gonna give you I'm gonna show you all the rooms where you can actually get a key card as a D-Boy. So I'm gonna do that right now. So first one we want to go to is let's see. I believe it is. I'm still learning this. What's it? Oh wait, no, that's my spawn. That's kind of funny. Not checkpoint. Nope. I guess, can I not actually teleport to those rooms? Oh, I guess we're gonna have to find them. Okay then. Well, I will just look for them. There are several rooms in light containment that have key cards. Now what you see here is EX-A. That's an exit. There's 2 exits in light containment. One is EX-A, which is what you see over here, and the other is EX-B. Now like I said, you need a key card to escape, and a Pacific key card, mind you. So yeah, but pretty much when you're a D-Boy or a scientist, you want to get out of here through here. So when you see where this is, try to remember where you saw this. So yes, we're just gonna run around and do things. Yep. Oh wow, the other exit's right here. Look, exit B. Anyway, Basically, if you want to find things with key cards, they're generally like, when the map's generated, they're going to be in corners. This is like the only spot where you'll find a key card that's like not in the corner of the map, and this is the bathroom. Sometimes a key card spawns here, and I've seen times where the key card will spawn here on the toilet, but in this case, nothing's here, so we're going to have to move on. So yes, let's just keep going. Now let's see. Okay, now here's one. PC 15 usually has a key card, and that would be it right here. So this is a key card. This is a scientist key card. Hold on.
Danger. Light containment zone overall decontamination
Doing a lot of talking,
in T-minus 10 minutes.
This is a scientist key card. You can't use this to get out. Like, you see the little tabs on the bottom? You need the checkpoint tab to be highlighted to get out of light containment. And then if you want to escape the facility, you need that icon above the checkpoint, the person running out the door, to get out of the facility. So anyway, this is one room though that has a key card. So let's just see if I can find the other ones. It'd be a lot easier if I could just teleport to the rooms, but you know. Oh yes, here's another one. This is GR18. And again, like how these rooms spawn, like in the airlock and stuff, GR18 is not always in an airlock, and maybe sometimes you'll find like other things. And yes, this room you're in, the red one with the automatic doors opening and closing, that's an airlock. So yeah, sometimes you'll find a key card here. Flashlights, another thing. I found a flashlight, which is amazing. I like flashlights, they don't do anything. And sometimes the gun will spawn here. Usually in light containment, well not usually, pretty much always, from my experience, a pistol is always spawns in light containment. In this game it was spawned in GR18. But there's other spots they can spawn to, so let's just keep going. Alrighty, so now let's go this way. So there's a few more spots you can get a key card. And then I'll show you a nice little trick. But anyway, let's just keep going and going. And let's see, we'll go this way. I'm sorry if this takes a little while, because I can't. Okay, this is a very important room. This is 914. This is where you can go to upgrade your key cards. So pretty much when you find 914 and you have a key card, one option to get out of here is pretty much go into 914, and most servers you have to drop your card here. So yeah, you would drop your card here in the intake, then you'll set it to 1-to-1, and then it will upgrade. Well, it won't upgrade, but it'll turn into a card of equal value. So this should turn into a zone manager card. So just wait, and there we go. Yep, that's a zone manager card. So now it's a zone manager card, and as you can see, now I can get out of the checkpoints. Now if you want to keep upgrading this for an even better card, you set it to 5. So we'll just upgrade it to an 05. This is how most people are going to try to escape light containment, is basically trying to get a zone manager card here. Or if you want, you can also try getting an 05. So yes, this turned into a facility manager card. And as you can tell, a lot of the other things are highlighted now, so you only have 3 more. So the next one should upgrade it to the final tier, which is an 05. It's a black key card. But yeah, there's a lot of different types of key cards in the game.
Danger. Light containment zone overall decontamination in T-minus 5
so now we have an 05.
minutes.
Basically, an 05 can open any door in the game. So anyway, let's continue. So yes, now that I'm going to show you the rest of the rooms that have key cards. So yes, this is Peanut's room. Peanut is the only SCP that can spawn in light containment at the moment, at least at this recording. And usually, if the gun's not in GR18, it might be over here, because it spawns there quite a bit. So you have a reason to go in this room, but if Peanut's there, you run like hell. Anyway, let's keep looking. Okay, now this is the armory. This room, what is that, the numerical sign or something, 00? This is the armory. This room always has a pistol, Actually, this one had 2 pistols. That's kind of interesting. I normally don't see that. Anyway, it usually has a pistol, a Project 90, a, what's this one again? The MP7, and then it has some ammo, and more ammo. Then it'll have 2 computers, which you can use to upgrade your weapons, which you do by just hitting E. Because I didn't know this for a long time when I was playing. You just hit E when you have the computer in your tab, in front of the computer. And then you take out a weapon like the MP7, then you hit E, and you use E and Q to cycle. Actually, no, you just use E to cycle through the stuff. So basically, I'll just change the sight and the damage and all that stuff. Yeah, and basically you could just cycle through the different guns and give them different attachments and all that stuff. Okay, anyway, let's take the computer back. Oh, whatever, I'll just take the other one. Also, in this room, you'll find 3 flashbangs and 3 grenades. Generally, I go for the grenades. But yes, I'm not going to pick them up. So anyway, let's keep going. And yeah, you can only have a certain amount of items in your inventory. So let's keep looking. Okay, so this is O12. Now this is a very special room. If you have a key card, you see that second symbol on the upper left? The upper left? Yeah. Not the one, it shows like a circle with like that scribbly stuff in the middle, like not the one on, like the one on the top, the second one to the top. If you have that, you can open up O12, SCP-012's door. And this room always has a scientist supervisor key card, so I'll just show you that one. And you can use this card to escape the facility right away. Sometimes the pistol also spawns here too, but that's kind of rare. But anyway, yeah, you could use the researcher supervisor, the researcher supervisor key card to get out right away, which is what I normally do if you're lucky. But if you can't get this and you can't find a checkpoint card just laying around somewhere else,
containment zone
then
overall decontamination
you have to use 914.
1 minute.
So now I have to escape before I die, because wouldn't that be embarrassing? So yes, here's exit B. So now to escape, you just hit E when you have a key card out. That can be used to open that door. And then you use the elevator to go up to heavy containment. Now light containment's not always turned on, but on this server I'm playing on it is, and pretty much it's going to lock down all the doors. Well, I mean right now it's going to open up all the doors and let everyone escape. And pretty much if you don't leave here and when the decontamination happens, it'll lock all the doors after 30 seconds and then it'll kill you. So yeah, you want to get out of there before that timer's done. So let's just let it play out.
13, 12, 11, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7,
Yep,
6,
just a moment.
5.
So yeah, you don't want to be there when that happens. And we're taking it very slow. Normally I would be out there so much sooner. So pretty much as soon as the decontamination happens in light containment, you can no longer go down there. And 914 is pretty much the only way to get an 05 card, which is again the black card, which is very important. But yeah, so that I didn't show you all the rooms in light containment. I believe, if memory serves, did I miss one? Sure. No, I think I showed you the vast majority of them that have key cards. So yeah, you just want to look for those rooms I showed you. Now we're in heavy containment. You can always tell it's heavy containment by how it looks. Light containment's a lot more lighter. This looks a little bit more darker. So yes, let's just go around heavy containment for a bit. Now I'm going to show you a trick. Yes. Okay, now this in heavy containment's the nuke room. Pretty much, you can go down here, which we're gonna do it. And pretty much you can go here and activate the nuke. And if you have the correct key card to open this door, we'll use my 05. Inside this room, there's always a rifle, and there's always a computer to upgrade your rifle. Yes. Now, but yeah, pretty much I like turn on the nuke if you want to build the place up. But if you're like a stranded D-boy and the nuke's going off and you're about to die, then go down there and just turn it off so you don't die. And save your own life. Only think about yourself, remember, kids. Anyway, let's keep exploring. So anyway, that's the nuke room. There's the other elevator system. They're actually really close to each other. Okay, now this room over here, this is where SCP-939 spawns. Yeah, I don't know why I said that so hesitantly. That's pretty much the dog. A lot of people call it Doggo. So that's 939's room. This room over here is where SCP-096 spawns. Now there's a trick here. If say you're a D-boy and you don't have the 05 card, and for let's say you have a researcher supervisor key card and you can't get out to the surface because again you don't have a card to get to the entrance zone, because again it's grayed out if you look over there. You can use this card as long as the card has that second icon highlighted on the upper left. Then you can use this card to open this door, and this room always has a commander key card, which you can see gives you access to all the weapon rooms and lets you escape the facility. So that's a little trick, and I'm going to show you one more little trick. Like, if you actually got on this floor, oh, that's Larry's room. This is where SCP-106 spawns. Okay, let's see if I can show you the trick. Oh, well, okay, good. Okay, now this is the micro room. The micro is pretty much a very powerful weapon that's specifically designed for killing SCPs. Now, this is a little bit tricky for newer players to use. Even I had a hard time when I started, because you know it's expected. How this gun works is it has a charge up, I believe 10 seconds until it fires, so you really have to do it ahead of time. And you can only use it once. So pretty much you click, and as you can see it's charging up. So you have to wait a wee bit, and it shoots like this electrical bolt in front of you after a few seconds, which does a very high amount of damage to an SCP that's close to you. But keep in mind that when you're using this, they can close doors and try to escape from you, so you want to time this correctly. But as you can see, once I use it, you can't use it no more. So yeah, but that's the micro room. And just remember, just like light containment, heavy containment is randomly generated too, like the whole map pretty much. So anyway, let's keep looking. Okay, this room is to get into entrance zone. So pretty much once you have a key card to escape, you just hit, and you can immediately escape. But we're not going to do that quite yet. So let's just keep looking. Now I want to show you what to do if, say for example, you didn't have a key card to get the commander key card in Shy Guy's room. Now this is the server room. The server room always has a key card, and it's always a MTF cadet card. Now let's say you didn't get the MTF commander key card and you had no key card. Pretty much you always want to find this key card, which either spawns here, or it can sometimes spawn right over here. Pretty much you want to get this, and then you want to try to find Shy Guy's room 096 where we got the commander key card, and that's an easy way for you to escape if you have no key card. Now, if you have like a scientist card or higher, you don't need to do that step of going to the server room. It's just really if you don't have a key card. Now this room is for SCP-079. This is the computer SCP. And I guess I should show you how to actually deal with the computer SCP, because he's a little bit unique compared to other SCPs. You need a commander key card, I think a Chaos Insurgency key card, which only Chaos get, which I'll show you who they are later, or an 05 card to open this. Now if the computer's in the game, and you want to kill the computer, you have to activate all his generators, which again are randomly placed along the map. But to pretty much do this, you open it up, and then you get a computer out and you press E. It'll put your computer to the generator, and it'll have a little countdown. If no one hits the cancel button before the countdown ends, you power up the generator, which makes the computer more powerful. But pretty much this is the only way to kill the computer. So I might as well just show you this while we're here. And pretty much you let the cooldown go down and all that stuff. But anyway. Oh yes, I didn't even tell you about this. This is the Tesla gate. A lot of people that are new to the game are going to die to the Tesla gate. Now, you don't want to run into this too early, because it will instantly kill you. You want to run just when it's about done. So right about now. So But if you run too early or too late, it's gonna kill you instantly. So yeah. But yeah, I just showed you how to deal with the computer SCP. You know, it was just there at the moment. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking in this video in case you haven't realized it, but yeah, I talk a lot. Okay, now this is where the Plague Doctor spawns. He's pretty much the guy who instantly kills you and makes a zombie SCP when he touches you. And I think for the most part I showed you all the rooms. Don't think I missed any. Well, let me just double check. But yeah, pretty much if you're up here and someone already took the commander key card from 096's room, you're kind of screwed. Oh yeah, actually let me show you something about the Plague Doctor's room. If you have a key card that can open up like one of the, I don't actually know which specific weapon like door you have to open. I'm guessing it's the second one. So pretty much if you have a key card like this, you can go down here.
1 out of 5.
Okay, that's just the generator now. Pretty much in the Plague Doctor's room, there's always a med kit in here, and there's always 1 or 2 guns. In this case, we got a MTF E11 SR. Basically, this is a really good gun, and there's always a med kit that spawns in here. And as you can guess, med kits heal you. I mean, I actually didn't explain how to shoot, but I mean, it's pretty much like every other game, just left click and boom. Okay, anyway, let's get out of here. So pretty much, I believe, for the most part, that's it. Oh yeah, I didn't actually show you. There's, I believe it was actually down here. That room, where there's like, well, it's a little hard to explain. I don't even know what in-game it's called. But it's like another armory. Oh, here's another generator. It's like another armory in heavy containment, but it doesn't have any guns. It just has ammo. Yeah, here it is. Pretty much this room right here always has ammo for your, I believe, some people told me it's the pistol. I mean, I don't actually know. I just always pick it up. I'm gonna be honest. I should know, but you know, I don't. But yeah, this pretty much is just an ammo room with a workstation. And yeah, anyway, let's leave now. Okay. So yes, now we're gonna enter entrance zone. There really isn't much in entrance zone. Like, pretty much this is the office room. There's pretty much, from what I can tell, never any items here. Like, the only room that has items is the office room. And yeah, these rooms over here, the big red ones, these are dead ends. So yeah, if you see that, don't go there. And there's always a shelter room. It looks like one of the rooms that you want to, you know, escape from, but it's not actually it. It deceives you, yo. So anyway, let's keep going. And keep in mind, just like heavy and light containment, entrance zone is also randomly generated. So again, it's not going to look like this at all when you guys play. Okay then, as you can see, this is oh, actually no, it isn't. Okay, so this is the only other room that probably will have items in it. It's pretty much always in the locker. Like, you're probably not going to get this unless all the facility guards don't look here. But this usually, will either have key cards, grenades. If you'll get lucky, you may actually find an MTF commander key card. And just like light containment, entrance zone has 2 gates. There's gate B, which is where the MTF usually spawn. Well, I mean, they'll be spawn closer to gate B. Doesn't mean they have to take gate B. And then gate A should be right over here. And this is gate A. So pretty much you want to use any of these gates to escape when you're a D-boy or a scientist. Because that's pretty much your job. Now, once you escape, I'll show you what happens when you're a D-boy that escapes. Once you escape, which the outside part is not like the rest of the map. This is always the same. So yes, once you escape, you'll turn into Chaos, and Chaos usually always spawns here with like a jeep dropping them off. But also over here is the Warhead room, which I stupidly left my 05 in the facility, so I'm just gonna actually just give myself the item. So yeah, let's go do that. Thank you. Oh, sorry, wrong button. That didn't actually give it to me. Oh yeah, because I was being dopey. There we go. Okay, so yes, once you get the 05, you can activate the nuke by just hitting E on this button and then hit the red button. And the only way to cancel it is if someone goes down to the nuke room in heavy containment and basically turns the lever and hits the red button to cancel it from down there. But pretty much on most servers, from what I can tell, they have the normal rules for the nuke. So once you enable the nuke, all the doors open in the facility so anyone can escape. So yeah, that's pretty much the nuke. So anyway, if you're a scientist or a D-boy, you always want to run down here. And up here is where the MTF spawn. You'll see like a helicopter come down and drop them off, spawn a squad of MTF. So anyway, we're just going to escape now. Oh, one thing to remember. When you are escaping, I mean, you don't have to do it over here. You can do it anywhere. But pretty much before you enter this door over here, you have to drop, if you want to save an item, you have to drop it somewhere. Because like, let's see, if I drop all this, but I run in there with my flashlight, it's going to turn me into a Chaos Insurgency, but there's no flashlight. So you lose any item that you had when you walk in this. So you want to drop it and pretty much run back and get your items. But I mean, I'm not going to do that just for the sake of this. So anyway, this is a Chaos Insurgency. You can tell by the green uniform color, and they get like this heavy machine gun. When they spawn, their job is to save the D-boys. And the only ones that can spawn after the game start, unless there are specific server rules, is Chaos, which are these guys, and then there's MTF, which are these guys. And MTF have different ranks. This is a cadet. This is the most common one. They're going to start with a Project 90, an MTF cadet keycard, a weapon manager, a radio, and a flashbang. Then there is a lieutenant, which starts with, again, flashbang, and actually a flat frag grenade, but the server I play on doesn't give them that. A disarmer, pretty much the same things, but a better keycard. And then the only other role that one player gets is the commander. They get all the good stuff. They get a commander keycard, a better weapon, but pretty much everything else is the same. Now, I showed you the Chaos and the different... But yeah, anyway, just like Chaos is supposed to save the D-boys and probably kill the scientists, the MTFs, their job is to go down there, kill the SCPs, and escort the scientists out. Now, if there's no scientists, their only job is to kill the SCPs and other Chaos. Now, something to keep in mind. Chaos, they do not prioritize killing SCPs. Their job is to only get the D-boys out or kill the MTF. Like, if there's 5 Chaos and only SCPs and there's only one MTF guy and the last MTF guy dies, the round will end. Like, it doesn't matter if Chaos is alive. The round will end when all scientists, D-boys, and MTF are dead. Or when the SCPs are dead, and then pretty much MTF and the scientist team has to kill the D-boys and Chaos team. Kind of like Counter-Strike. No SCPs. So anyway, yeah. I showed you the Chaos and the different MTF roles. There's 2 other roles you can get at the beginning. Well, there's 2 human roles you can get. There's a scientist, which always start. Oh, well, I'm gonna die, but pretty much you start in light containment, and you start with a key card, and then there's a guard. Basically, the scientist is pretty much just a better version of the D-boy, and a guard pretty much starts an entrance, and their job is to go to heavy containment and save the scientists, kill or detain the D-boys. But I think you need a server mod for the detainer to work. But yeah, their job is to kill or save or detain the D-boys and escort the scientists out of the facility. But their key card will not open the door. So you have to make sure you either find a key card to get out of the facility or that the scientist has it, which normally the scientist will. Now let's see. Okay, so pretty much I showed you Class D scientists. So I'll go over the different SCPs. Now Peanut I'm going to have to go through fast because I'm in light containment. But pretty much Peanut, he's the quickest SCP. And he can kill targets by just running up to them and snapping their neck, and he pretty much spawns in here. Now I can't open the door now, but usually at the start of the game, this door stays locked for a few seconds, and then you have to open it. But pretty much Peanut's gimmick is he moves very fast. Actually it's 173, but we call him Peanut. He moves very fast, but if anyone looks at him, he stands still until they blink. And people blink automatically in this game once they see Peanut. It's not something that happens manually, as you probably figured out by now. But yeah, that's pretty much Peanut. Now SCP-106 is, people call him Larry. And 106 can phase through doors. Every other SCP needs to open doors, but 106 does not. So yeah, and 106 pretty much has a cooldown when he attacks a target, which pretty much when he gets someone, they teleport into his pocket dimension, which is pretty much a, it's pretty much like off the map, where there's like 8 different exits, and one of the exits will drop you off like over around here in his containment if you pick the correct one. If you pick the wrong one, you're gonna die. That's pretty much it. And the unique thing with Larry is he's very tanky. Like, he's very hard to kill. And his hitbox is a little bad in my opinion, but pretty much you have to be very close to target and hit them. Like, you can't click the button while it's on cooldown. But yeah, you have to go up close to them and click on them to teleport them to your dimension, but it's very close. Now, if they want to contain you, you need 2 people for this. You need someone with a key card. I'm pretty sure it's an 05 to open this. And one person needs to run in here and sacrifice themselves, and this will shut. And then the other person needs to hit this button, and pretty much, no matter where you are as Larry, you're going to die. I should have also mentioned with Peanut that he's very tanky, but you can kill him, but he just has the most HP. But if he's out in the open, he's weak. But if it's like close quarters, he's the strongest. Strongest in those scenarios. Okay, the next SCP is SCP-149. 049. This is the Plague Doctor. Oh, I got that little bug with Larry. That's annoying. But anyway, this is the Plague Doctor. You're not supposed to see that circle. Pretty much, his hitbox is way better than Larry. He's a little bit slower than Larry, but he instantly kills any target he touches, and he has a much better hitbox than, well, Larry. But pretty much any target you kill, you kill him instantly. And pretty much you can hit E on the dead body. I mean, I can't show you now because there's no one here, but you just hit E on the dead body and they will become SCP-049-2, which is pretty much a zombie, which is this. Oh, interesting. I died from the... Okay, I guess I can't show you, but the zombies are pretty much... They're just as fast as the, Plague Doctor, but they have a very big delay on their attacks, and their hitboxes are kind of meh. But you can have an army of zombies as the Plague Doctor. Now the next SCP is, well, I'll show you that one last because that's kind of a complicated one. Okay, the next one is SCP-096. Now SCP-096 is Shy Guy, and again, this is when you get the Commander Key card. Now you always know you're playing him if you hear crying. Now he's also a really slow SCP, but SCP-096 gimmick is that you can't do anything if no one triggers you, but if anyone looks at your face, or it could just pretty much be if they just look at you sometimes, you'll get enraged, and pretty much after about 4 seconds you'll get like super speed and you'll be able to pretty much kill anyone by just left clicking on them once you run up to them. Now his unique thing is, when he's enraged, pretty much, I mean I wish I could show you, but pretty much if this door is closed and he's enraged, you could run up to this, hit E, and it would actually break the door. And he gets enraged for like 10 seconds. And how it works is once he's done getting enraged for 10 seconds, you then have 10 seconds before he can get enraged again. So generally speaking, you're going to want to shoot him when he's getting enraged, like when he's on his cooldown. But yeah, that's pretty much Shy Guy. The next SCP, there's two of them that can spawn. Basically SCP-939-53 or 939-109. Pretty much this is Doggo. Now Doggo is a blind SCP, and you can always tell you're playing him, everything's like black and white. With Doggo, pretty much you can only see targets that are either walking or running. If they're crouching, by hitting C or Control in my case, you won't be able to see them. And the only way you can see them is if you run up to them. Like you'll see an outline of their model if you like run up to them. But other than that, that's pretty much how Doggo works. You just left click to hit someone, and it takes 2 hits to kill someone as Doggo. The other unique thing with Doggo is that when he gets shot, he moves faster for a few seconds. Or she, we don't know Doggo's gender. But anyway, Doggo just moves faster when they're getting shot at, so you want to be careful with that. And the other thing I have to mention with 939 is that this is the only SCP in the game at the moment, I don't know why, that you have to hold down shift to go faster. Every other SCP you do not have to do that. But with 939 you do. Which I made a suggestion to, you know, not have it like that. But, yeah, we'll see what happens in the future. But yes, this is pretty much Doggo. And they spawn down here. You just go up here and voila, you open this and there you go, you start exploring. Now if you want to be a little tricky when you play any of the SCPs, you just shut the door behind you so they don't know that you got this SCP, and maybe shut like this door so they don't know. Or like say you got Shy Guy, you shut this door. Like you just, sometimes you don't want them to know what SCP you are right away. Now the next SCP, okay, here we go. This is the complicated one. This is SCP-079. This is the one that was added recently. Wow, that circle's gonna annoy me. Anyway, this is SCP-079. Pretty much this is the computer. Now, you have a lot of different ways to move. You can move with the WASD key, like this. And it even shows you on the upper right where you'll be going. I don't like moving it like this. The other way you can move it is by clicking these cameras, but again, it's not really how I like to play this SCP, but you can do it that way if you want to. I find it to be a little bit slower. I like to hit tab. When you hit tab as the computer SCP, you get a overlay of the entire map. So say you wanted to go here, you wanted to go to light containment, you just go to elevator B, and then you hit this button over here, and then you're in light containment. And then you can see an overview of all of light containment. Oh yeah, I did show you all the rooms. Oh actually, no, I didn't show you this room. This is actually another room where you can get a key. Oh wait, no, I did. I'm being dumb. Anyway, yeah, so this is pretty much the computer. His unique thing is he's very good at scouting. Oh, look at that decontamination. He can close doors, but I can't actually show you here because of the decontamination, so I have to show you up here. He can open and close doors, which as you can see, you get experience. And with the computer, you have auxiliary power. So whenever you move, it costs power. As you can see, it's going down a little bit. Whenever you open doors or close doors, it costs auxiliary power. And another thing you could do is you can hit the button over here. This locks the door, and you can lock multiple doors at once. But when you lock a door, it is taking up power per second. But pretty much, if you have a door locked and you want to unlock it, hit the right mouse button to automatically unlock it. But yeah, you have to keep in mind, if the door is open and you hit this, oh, I guess you can close it. But yeah, pretty much you want to make sure the door is closed before you lock it, because it's better. Anyway, when you have no auxiliary power, you pretty much have to stand still until you get the power. Now, the other thing the computer can do is he can, for example, hit a microphone like this one over here, and pretty much you press Q, and you can start transmitting to the players. Now, Oh, actually, there's something I didn't explain, but I'll tell you now. When you play any of the SCPs and you press Q, you can talk to anyone on your team no matter where you are. And I should have mentioned this, but I'll tell you now. If you play the doggo, I'll just show you. If you play the dog, you can press V to talk to other players that are nearby. So, I mean, the dog's gimmick in like Containment Breach is that he talks and tries to lure people in, but this generally doesn't work, at least against me, but maybe it'll work against some people, I don't know. But yeah, you can talk to other players with the doggo. No other SCP can do that. Now, back to the computer. There's one more thing the computer can do, and that is where the Tesla gates spawn, you can actually use some of your power to just make them activate automatically. So yeah, the computer can do that. But pretty much the computer's a support SCP. The computer will never spawn if it's the only SCP in the game. And like I said previously, the only way to kill the computer is to pretty much open up those generators and put a computer there and power them on. Now the thing with the generators though is the more generators you activate it, the stronger the computer gets. And when you activate all the generators, the computer kind of goes into super mode for about a minute, where he can kill, like pretty much have unlimited power and do anything, but after a minute he dies. But yeah, that's the only way to contain him. Now let's see, is there anything else I need to go over? I think I pretty much covered everything. I'm trying to think, is there anything else before I forget and end this video, because I don't want to be like herpaderp and like regret my decision. Oh yeah, but I should have mentioned, that's something I did forget to mention before, so I'll show you. Basically, D-Boy, scientists, basically all the human players just talk to each other by pressing Q. Now that sound you hear, that means I have a radio. How radios work is, you can talk to other people who have a radio in their inventory, and you just left click on it to set the range. I usually just have it to a small radius, but you can have it to medium. But the higher the radius, the more battery it's going to use, and pretty much it's always active when you press Q. Something to keep in mind is you never have to have the radio equipped to talk. I can literally switch to my gun and I'm literally talking with the radio right now. But the only people that start for radio normally is the guards, the MTF units, or the scientists. D-Boys and Chaos, well, you're out of luck. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much everything for this tutorial. I hope it's been helpful for some people, and maybe you guys just learned a few little tricks here and there. And I know it was a long video because I talk a lot and probably repeat things and stuff, but yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys found this helpful. And give it a like if you liked it. So, see ya.